Yes, I. 2016, baby. Go easy. Read it. Grab your thermometer. Grab your thermometer. On the road. Mass in your place. Somebody call the doctor. Call him. Call him. Temperature. She wanna feel good. I put it in a bumper and I put it in a soup. Yeah, I stick it in a car back. She tell me take it out. I asked her what she wanted. She said put it in a mouth and stick it. Stick it. Yes, sir. Yeah, stick it. What you want me to do? Stick it. Yes, stick it. Yes, stick it. Yes, sir. She want me stick it in a mouth. Wake up Tuesday morning, my girl feeling sick. I asked her what she wants, said she wanted a stick. I went and grabbed the bushie, I went and grabbed the fix. I asked her where to put it, she said put it on my lips. Just stick it. Rub it, stick it. Yes, stick it. What you want me to do? Stick it. Thermometer, stick it. Yes, stick it. She want me stick it in her mouth. She said Tuesday morning, I just can't miss. Oh, somebody call the doctor, he need to handle this. He put her on the glove and then he grab the thermostat. He tell her put it in your mouth and hold it just like that. Stick it. Hold it, hold it. Stick it. Yes, stick it. What you want me to do?
Welcome to Polotricks 2023, edition number 4, 5, 6, or 7. It doesn't matter, but Polotricks is here again. We're supposed to be on Tuesday, but we decided to do Wednesday because we wanted to give room to the opening of Parliament. Yes, the parliamentary year for this year has opened, and Polotricks decided to do something special. So, as customary, during Parliament, you have the President of Parliament that makes the statement, and then right after you have the Governor. So today, we're going to have somebody for sure that's more capable than the current President of Parliament because, nope, this is not a late night, so let me just hold it in. But we're going to have the man that wish he was the governor, the man that wish he should have been picked as the next governor of St. Martin because, of course, he's a crony. So let's introduce to you my co-host, the one, the only, Mr. Holiday's former neighbor, Cedric Ortega.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Andrew's obvious rhetoric. Although we have started a new parliamentary year, he needs to precede that with 2022 because we are actually still in 2022. But I guess the blows that he has received over the past couple of weeks has sent his mind into another dimension, hence his obvious confusion. Since we are also starting a new Polotricks year, I think it was necessary to do two things. Remind our viewers of the reason why we exist, and also for them to pay keen attention to the developments as they continue to unfold here on St.
What are you talking like that?
Because you introduced me as...
Yeah, but I was just making a formal opening, but then you just get in.
Okay, well then,
so formal.
Well, let me say what I have to say then.
Okay, so, our own Ruby Butte over here decided to write a little poem for us.
On behalf of the opening of Polotricks New Year,
the governor gave a 30-minute speech,
so
he decided to do 30 seconds.
I could sum up my things a little bit more concise and to the point. You see, it is supposed to be serious, folks.
Go ahead.
Have you simply had enough of this situation? Do you too sense the pure frustration, slowly choking the life out of this nation? Only lip service and silly conversations.
Yes, I get it.
The corruption, the confusion, one big disillusion. No justice, no peace. Pressure mounting, people soon hitting the streets. I know you want to laugh, right?
No.
You don't want to laugh? You really think some other people can hit the streets?
Okay, no. That's,
Well, yeah,
unless we talking about
okay.
race,
I
that
know,
makes
I
sense.
know, I know. It's just my imagination. It gets the best of me. In St. Martin, we rely on resiliency. Meanwhile, things get enshrouded in secrecy, non-disclosure agreements and other arrangements right here on the floor of Parliament. To the people they're supposed to represent, I came to inform you that they are not required to inform you. Transparency? You mean like the display of integrity? New coalition, who signed, and all of that. Somehow, I can't seem to get how this confusion equals stability. More like insanity, but it could be just me. Don't get me started on GABE. I'll suspend my comments on that one temporarily. From Port Drama to the airport sagas. Up next, some Enzorama, hospital,
Yes,
concrete.
I get it. I get it. Yes.
We keep recycling the same issues. That is the climax of redundancy. By the way, what happened to waste to energy? Like,
Yes. Okay.
like that. We all mixed up, confusing inflation for food security. With no Ministry of Agriculture yet, we discussing policies. I would say something about the horse and the cart, but I guess they would miss the analogy. Don't kill me. Don't kill the messenger. Don't blame me. I only highlighting the situation. You do your own math. Let me know what's the end result of your equation. So now that we are ready to proceed with the formalities of government, how was the meeting today?
The meeting was postponed. For good reason. Wait.
No, Andrew, no. No.
I kid you not.
No, not after I read all of that.
The meeting of Parliament, the opening of the parliamentary year took place yesterday with a nice ceremony. Everybody was there present. It was a nice gathering ceremony. So now, of
What you had
course,
prefer, the socks or the hat?
I like the socks. The socks
Yeah.
was good. Yeah.
I mean, even if you love the hat, you wouldn't have said, you got bias. You got bias.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna get to that.
You gonna get to
Yeah,
that?
because
Okay, no problem.
Because the hat was beautiful. It was all white.
Oh, the hat from the Minister of Justice. Yes,
No,
I agree.
No,
it was
President
a very
of
nice.
Parliament. Just say it, no man. Why are you so biased?
We talking
The
about
President of Parliament hat was beautiful.
Cedric. I don't
Just
think
say
you're in
it.
a position to judge the hat of the President of Parliament. What are you doing? What are you looking at?
You have to give
She's married, Cedric. Behave.
a hat, Andrew.
Which hat you talking
How
about?
come you find
hat you talking about?
the white hat?
Oh, the hat.
Why you talking? You confused. But I can understand with the way things going in this country.
I don't know. I just need to know, you know. Anyway.
Why you so biased?
No, I'm not biased. Cedric,
You like everybody else hat except the President of Parliament. Like why?
because it was ugly. Like your face. You forced me to say it. It's like you will like look for it. Okay, you found me. It was ugly. Ugly.
Have you made your point?
Ugly.
Have you given your opinion? You're a
asked for
critic
it.
now?
You asked for
You're
it.
a critic now?
The President
You
of
going-
Parliament
you going-
hat was ugly.
You going?
I can put it in a sentence. You want a definition?
You going England to go on a panel for?
Lilac.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ugly.
Andrew obviously lacks the required taste to appreciate such an exquisite piece of headwear as worn by the President of Parliament. Continue.
You just wear headwear?
Huh? No.
You just wear headwear?
No. But I have taste.
I tell you not, this guy just go cuckoo for Popo Costa. Seriously.
I just
This
eat-
is why he
I
have
just-
birds.
I just eat-
Nobody wants to
I
deal with
just
that.
eat French slinky cheese. Quiet taste.
Exactly. So that's why the hat is a quiet taste. The hat, a quiet taste.
No, I'm saying you're not cultured
What?
because you don't have appreciation. Who just died?
Cedric.
Who just died?
Cedric.
Who just died?
Not because-
I felt when I look at the conversation digressing into a fashion conversation.
Like, let's not.
But then stop then.
But a sock were better than that. Ugly. Ugly. You look for it. Anyway, so Tuesday was the meeting, opening of Parliament, ceremony, speech of the governor. Today, Wednesday, first meeting of Parliament, Central Committee. First Central Committee meeting to deal with the composition of ad hoc committees and so on. Postponed.
It was ad hoc.
I kid you not, St. Martin is supposed to be a real place.
In other developments, I want, we're going to segue into my Napoleon segment one time. Let me get it off my chest.
Wait a minute
Because I
now.
don't continue
Didn't you
to
just say
bother.
Napoleon segment? We don't have a Napoleon segment here.
You going to classify it as a Napoleon segment? You just bash the pop, which is part of your weekly
Wait a minute.
necessity.
No, it's not.
Yes, you do.
I can't recall. That's not true.
You can't recall.
No.
Listen, you
Not
sound
every
like,
week. I don't do it every
you
week.
sound like Mark Rutte. Every time you get caught in a hot pickle, ik weet het niet, ik kan me niet herinneren. Like you can't recall. Last week, you was giving me a big summation of nothing, why she's the worst president of Parliament.
We only on for 3 weeks. So what are you talking about?
Last
You
week,
see, this is the deflection
last week.
that I was talking
No,
about
look
with
at-
you.
look at
deflection, no man. Look at you.
However-
you showing you part of the government?
After he had his,
Deflection tactics,
after
boy.
he had his I bash the pop segment, I am going to continue.
The pop segment? That's what you call it? We should no. We actually, if we're gonna call it,
we were just going to appreciate
No,
the
we're not doing it.
differences in the fashion attire expressed by the different members of Parliament. This man went on a 52-minute rampage of and he called that not bashing the pop. I mean, even the white color was ugly to him.
I can't take you serious every time you say pop. You know, right?
The president of Parliament.
Yes, I understand
Not the king, the queen.
yeah, the pop, but I mean, this is a puppeteer. You mean a puppeteer?
No, when Rolando was puppeteer, it was a puppeteer. He's shot. Grisha is a pup. He's a puppeteer. He's a puppeteer.
I'll give you something. Last night was the biggest high school musical I've ever seen in my years of covering politics. Why I say that is the President of Parliament wrote on Facebook. Wait for it. He wrote on Facebook, "Will cookie crumble on Wednesday or Friday?" Smiley face. Something to that effect. Then, about 8 hours later,
Dun, dun, dun. He's on down. He's on
Cookie
down.
put up on Facebook, don't blame other people for your mistakes. Take accountability. Something around that effect.
Dun, dun, dun. He's on down. He's on down.
You don't find
road.
that it's the
Dun,
biggest
dun,
high
dun.
school
He's on
musical
down, he's
that
on
you've
down.
ever seen, Cedric?
Dun, dun, dun. And then, but you say high school musical, you start talking, and that song came to mind.
Am I
He's
ever
on
going to
down,
get
he's
a
on down.
I'm never going to get a reaction from this
Dun,
man.
dun,
It's like talking to a 60-year-old. What is wrong?
You
with you?
talking about high
But
school musical.
Can you
It's a-
respond to my question? Okay, but
What was your question?
my question was, isn't that high school musical stuff?
Dun, dun, dun. He's on down the road. So what wrong with my answer?
Okay, Cedric, you go ahead.
Cookie crumble. Cookie crumble. That's. Wait. We know what cookie gonna do?
I don't know.
I thought it more like, you don't watch the cartoons?
No.
With the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the next shoulder. Shh. Cookie, come over here, bro. Come over to the dark side. We got your back. And then the angel going, we've had your back since the beginning. Oh.
No, I've never seen that cartoon.
You never seen that
Yeah,
cartoon?
what kind of cartoon you just watch? Anyway, so the position of the President of Parliament continues to be in
Why?
question.
Who doing that?
Because, of course, the coalition is not in agreement with the current President of Parliament staying as the chairperson of Parliament. So
that was part of the
lobbying is
Wait,
happening,
Wait.
whereby
wait.
8 members
Wait.
or more.
Let me explain to you exactly what Andrew was saying. For stability in the government, the government agreed to stab one of the coalition members in the back because of infighting within the party of the usurper and the founder's wife. Okay, are you staying with me? So understand the confusion I was elucidating to in my opening of politics session is right here now. So what we got is Brutus trying to stab Caesar's in the back. Caesar because he's the wife of the founder, so he should get called Caesar.
I get it. Okay.
Brutus, he's the one with the knife. Okay, Brutus wants to stab on behalf of the Senate that Caesar is part of. Stab Caesar in the back. And to stab Caesar in the back, they bring in which one? When they crucified Jesus, they had
Judas.
another character that they let go. Barabbas?
Barabbas. Yeah.
Okay, so they want to sacrifice Caesar like Jesus and bring in Barabbas, because she's religious, so I make the equation.
Yes, okay.
And Barabbas is the criminal, right? That's Brown Bill. That's Barabbas. Out of jail and bring him.
Every week you're going to do that? Is every chance you get to say that, you do it? It just comes naturally to you?
At this point, I could get creative.
Okay, try something else for next week.
Okay.
All right.
The ex-con, interest that no. It represents Barabbas because in nowadays he get out for tax evasion, but in them days, Caesar would have had him killed. So Barabbas joined and they want to sacrifice Caesar like Jesus, and that's where we at this moment. So now what we have is Peter, who represents Cookie. He has been foretold that he will deny Jesus, aka Caesar. Richard, I put it together, right? 3 times. He has. He has already done it twice. And we're waiting on the 3rd time now for the cock to crow, which could either be on Wednesday or Passover Friday. But it would be confusing. Most likely it can happen on Wednesday, so the crucifixion could happen Friday. But remember, if I crucify Jesus, that can rise on the 3rd day again. And remember, the end of the story, Peter is who they founded, who was the founding father of Christianity. And at the end of the day, your ass gets crucified upside down, son. Think about it. Upside down.
I just want to make sure
For
that...
atheists, I know the Bible go there.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how you become an atheist.
Bless you.
Actually read it.
Bless you. I get it.
That clear things up?
No, because I don't want Jesus to be resurrected. I don't want him to resurrect at all. I don't want him to come back.
That is part of the equation. Even Caesar, read the myth about Caesar. He rose on the 3rd day, ascended into heaven and seated amongst the stars. That's amongst Jupiter. Yeah. You have to read the mythologies that are the foundation of the things we are seeing today.
All right.
So
What we need is to clear up these things for the people, Cedric, because I think we're getting lost in translation. The President of Parliament has not been working together with the coalition. Yes or no? Has she been citing, has she been supporting the government which she signed
Where
back when we have the
and
election
when necessary.
coalition? Oh,
Where and when
you
necessary.
pick and choosing now,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, please.
Yes, and I'm allowed to because the foundation of the parliament, as you illustrated, is 15 independent members
Here we go.
voting their conscience.
Cedric, do you have any type of loyalty in your bone?
Yes.
Do you have any
Yes.
type of
Yes,
political wait?
yes.
Do you have any type of political maturity in your bones?
You asked me two questions. Can I answer both of them?
You answer both.
I am loyal to principle and not people. And seeing that I'm loyal to principle and not people, I guess my political maturity far, far exceeds your expectations.
People are the ones that put you in office, Cedric. People
Based-
are the ones you're
based-
supposed to be representing.
based on-
So you're only going to
based-
go there because of
based-
principle?
Based on them appreciating the principles I stand for. Transparency.
Principles
integrity,
are not the ones that go to the
transparency,
polls and put you
integrity,
there. Principles,
honesty.
who are you? So wait a minute. Wait a minute now.
I sound like the Prime Minister.
No, you sound like Shireen Daniel, crazy.
You should be working GB.
Don't get me started on GB.
You should.
I
I'm just
suspend,
saying.
I suspend all comments on GB temporarily until Mr. Washington has had an opportunity to righten the ship, steer the course straight, and make sure that come the 15th, Andrew is no longer having any disputes with regards to his inflated bill, for which there is no reconciliation because that money went into the black bit by dark hole.
Anyway, Cedric.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Temporarily.
She has not been, the POP has not been to get aligned with her political partners for quite some time. How do you expect her to stay in the position, Cedric? She deserves to be off the bench. Let somebody who actually understands, actually supports this government do the thing.
With regards to alignment, let me say this.
Oh, here we go.
We have seen that people have aligned themselves otherwise for obvious reasons that their alignment needed to be adjusted. However, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and that's why the President of Parliament wore that hat so beautifully. Let me come back to the point I'm trying to make.
Or because her head big or her head heavy? Which one is it? Because I didn't get it. I didn't get the analogy.
The crown, you see, you just like those who have missed the heart in the casting. So just forget it.
Okay.
Forget it. Let's get back to my firm stance on the functioning of Parliament. Andrew, you can enjoy my support. However, doesn't mean that when you talk the nonsense that come out of your mouth sometimes, that I, just because I am sitting here, must concur. Like that. And especially when I present you with the facts like I do every week, and you insist on maintaining this naive banana republic, small island mentality that I can't disagree with you and still work with you. That on the floor of Parliament, I have to, yes, the land, the report says so, but the minister says the signatures were forged. No evidence. And I just got to agree because I can't think for myself. I can't reason. So whatever nonsense they come there and say, I support the government. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got people who do that. Hyacinth and George Pantoflet. Do you see the president of POP behaving in such a manner? Or should she? You answer the question before I get to my Rolando segment.
There's one thing that I can understand with Cedric Ortega, which is he must be the most naive person I've ever seen in my life. The reason why is because he is exactly like Christopher Emmanuel. Wah, 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 wah.
I know I do that.
But you can't do better.
I put climax and waste energy in the same sentence. That confusing.
No, it's just that the way you were carrying on just now, I was like, but he must have what? He's like a savage Chris there.
You see what
He's
Andrew
good though.
does?
He's good though. He's
Let's,
good.
Let's explain to you
Because
what Andrew did just.
it's called opposite. This is why Cedric, if he ever had to be in government, he would be in opposition. You know why? Because he likes to bitch. Wah, 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 wah. I could do it better. I could do it better. No, you can't. You're just good with observing from the outside. So I understand, Cedric. I understand.
Did you just make any
why-
sense?
No.
How did he just make any sense?
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. The sense is, I understand why you never went into politics. I get it now. I understand.
My ego couldn't take it.
No.
16 votes, I was done.
You took away my joke, man. Because I was going to mention it.
I know. I think Eminem-
16 people believed in this man, so you should too. You know, Cedric, if I could have voted, I would have voted for you.
But you know something? Only me sitting down here next to you. Though.
What does that mean?
Only me believe in you. Can nobody here sit down listening to your nonsense? I win.
You just...
16-1. And the one you got is me. Should I say something now?
Cedric.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Cedric,
Yes.
you will never be minister.
Minister
will-
what?
wait.
I,
You will never be a parliamentarian.
Please, wait.
I understand.
mind you, all the merry-go-round, who's on the floor of Parliament? Who sound like Chris? I made a hard, cold statement. I drew an analogy.
That's what Chris does.
He never addressed the points I made. He just referred to me as being Chris, as if I got side chick, front chick, and back chick. I only got chickens.
You should, though. You look like you need it. Because all the frustration that is building up in there, what's going on?
It's
Is your passion?
It's having
Yeah?
it's having the front
Or
chick
cholesterol?
side. No, I don't have, no.
Oh, okay.
The front chick, side chick, back chick is what causes the frustration. But as a side point, come back to address what I said. How is it possible that you want me, or you expect the President of Parliament to operate in the modus operandi of a George Pontiflet
I'm
or
so tired
of a
of listening
Hyacinth
to your
Richardson?
rhetoric, you know. It's complete rhetoric. It's
So that's
ridiculous.
so
Every-
you honestly feel
if-
that she should not have an opinion on matters and just go, I agree. Vote. That's how we do it. We vote.
Cedric,
But just answer what? If that's a yes or no question.
you have
What?
no,
What?
you have no loyalty to anybody. This is what I'm saying. If you are going to
Andrew,
run
I hear
with
every
a
week, do
political...
not question my loyalty. You know how much detox I have to do after this hour with you every single week.
What? Cedric, I run on a political party list. They have 23 candidates. I can't believe. I swear to God, now, 6th grade here. Anyway, if I run on a political list and I then receive X amount of votes, even more than the leader, because
Surprise, surprise.
Because Krisha, Heliga Martin received more votes than the leader, Rolando Bryson. I could never.
That seemed to be the trend.
I could
the
never-
election, though, right?
I could never-
So Randy didn't get more than Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Hey, trend.
Okay. Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
No, I'm not. All right. So, part of the political parties, you know, I get more than my leader. I receive votes. I then go into to office with my leader of the party that I ran on. Then afterwards, I take the oath as a member of parliament. Me and my group of persons form a bloc form a faction to represent the people. And unfortunately, people like Cedric here, we have to represent too. Then when I go in and I have some type of argument or some type of
I don't know where you went in school.
issue
But I don't know where you went in school.
with...
Look how easy it is to
Don't make
diffuse
fun.
all his nonsense.
Wait.
When you see a coalition agreement,
This is the craziness.
look what I'm gonna ask him. What government are we having now? Do you see Grisha, Heidegger? Do you see Rolando Bryce? Do you see Prime Minister name? No, you see the NA, UPP, and independent members, right?
No.
Because parties sign a coalition agreement. When you come over to Parliament, you are an individual voting your conscience. What is so hard for you to understand in that basic language? And me disagreeing with you on a certain point or voting against you in a certain point doesn't mean that I don't support the government. Talk about political majority. Grow up a little bit, son.
My conscience can't take this guy here anymore. I just don't understand. My conscience hurts me on a daily basis, having to anticipate to sit here with him so that something can actually be learned.
Why don't you
What is
make an
going
attempt
on?
to learn something? That,
What is going on
I am
with
here
you?
every week.
Yes, but you don't learn anything,
I stopped
Cedric.
debating you. I decided just going to
Cedric.
teach you.
Cedric.
Which part of that didn't you understand? Folks, I sure bet everybody out there understand clear as day what I'm saying and agree with me.
That you're making no sense? Yes, I agree. But this is where it's good that you're here to learn. Cedric, please.
I hope the Parliament start having meetings soon because I'd rather talk about what he's saying than try teachers by anything. Because he ain't gonna learn nothing again. Nothing. If this is the way are you, anybody agree with that? That's the reason why it's because it's this kind of thinking. Why we got the shenanigans we seen. Just now we got like
Politics, I just don't understand how
no, listen. I
you
don't
get politics.
I'm going to speak to I'm going to speak to something about listen. This man in Napoleon shooting.
Oh, okay, we're going into the Napoleon segment.
I go in my Napoleon segment because I gotta get
It's
stuff.
not a segment.
Yeah.
Stop calling it a segment. We are not dedicating a segment to Napoleon.
The Napoleon.
No.
Listen, the Napoleon segment is brought to you by Captain Morgan's Resort and Casino. Swim with the dolphins.
You're just giving people free advertisement just like that?
No.
Cedric,
But anyway,
we do not have, no, let me be clear. We do not have a Napoleon segment on the show.
Let me be clear. The pop segment comes first, and then the Napoleon segment comes after. Okay. Bash the pop.
We don't have a,
Bash the pop.
that's not true.
Bash the pop segment. Listen, last week we were talking about the numbers and the division and who teaming up with who and why the cookie might crumble and which side is and we made reference to the good minister of VSR who up there just head down working, minding his business, trying to find land and things like that. And all of a sudden, Rolando did the most despicable thing.
MP Bryson.
Napoleon.
No, go ahead.
Brutus.
Go ahead.
Cola. Or all the above. Anyway, so lo and behold, the man got him now on the radio station, got the minister all uncomfortable, asking him questions, these illegal questions, to put him on the spot. But why would he do that though? Like, that's wicked. So now he trying to make it seem like he got a minister in his camp because last week we say we don't know where the minister was. I see through that one, and I don't appreciate that you made the minister so uncomfortable. Minister, you say, I got your back, don't worry, I got you. I'm going to help you get out of that one. Right? We know that you were uncomfortable with that situation. We see how you were trying to be very political in answering Rolando's obvious attempts to put you on the spot, creating the illusion that you fully support him when it comes to the stabbing or the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, superstar, aka Caesar's wife, the whole thing. So understand that, as always, I got your back. I ain't gonna leave them do you so, right? I ain't gonna leave them do you so. Rolando, that was unfair. That was unfair. And while we talking about unfair, Mark is which party you gonna run on?
What?
Mingo.
Mark Mingo.
Yeah, he campaigning, man.
Campaigning?
Yeah, you see, he's been on tour.
He went on what?
He's on tour. He
tour of what?
He hitting the circuit.
No, there's no circuit.
He's hitting the circuit.
There's no circuit.
I tell you.
He's going on different shows.
Yes, he's hitting the circuit.
He's talking about his
and
situation.
He don't have a book, so that
giving-
means he's running for office.
No, he's not. He's giving people suggestions.
Yeah, he running for office.
No,
Which party you going on? I see my 88. I thinking he hit a up kind of swing.
USB?
Yeah, might, because like for different reasons. I see that as like be fit.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's a smart radical that's been put through the ringer.
I think he'll be good on DP.
Why though?
He's a business. He's a businessman, and DP is some sort of business type of party. It would fit.
Yeah, but you see, that's like putting a lot of sharks in a small pond, or a lot of.
I am not even going to. I'm not even going to suggest for him to be on Napoleon's party because
No.
Surprise! Wait a minute.
No,
Cedric.
no.
Oh my God!
Listen.
You don't agree?
No,
of
it's
course
not
you
that I
don't.
don't agree.
Of course you don't.
We need to
because
clarify that situation.
We just came
You
out
just-
of
wait,
the
you are-
Napoleon segment.
Why do you
He
create
named a
assumptions?
segment of the show. The show he co-hosts. He named a segment after somebody
After you
he does
introduce-
not like.
After you
Clearly,
introduce Bash the Pop.
the most biased co-host in St. Martin history.
But you have the Bash the Pop. I think I entitled to let like Napoleon section. And here how yours name? Bash the Pop. My name Napoleon. Like, how is that? How?
First of all, it is not called Bash the Pop.
Why call?
It's called nothing because there is no segment dedicated to the worst president of parliament.
Oh. So you just gonna say it like that? The segment dedicated to the worst president of parliament, and you can't find that.
First
not
of all, there's
biased.
no air quotation. Worst, say it with me. Worst president of parliament. You don't have to do this. Just say it. So,
You see what Andrew's segment name, right? So, I want to let the minister know that we saw through that play, right, that Napoleon was trying to make it seem like.
First of all,
And Andrew?
I don't think the minister needs your protection or your
I wasn't
way
saying- I-
of
boy,
having
you
to
twist up my
reassure
words.
anything.
All I
The
said
show
we-
is called
it
You
was-
Have the Word.
It wasn't.
The show is a show by
We get a lot
MP
of-
Bryson every single week.
Andrew.
The special guest for this week was the Minister of VSA and Acting Minister of TIAT, Omar Otley.
Coincidentally.
They came, they sat down, they chat, and then that was the show. But your hater self just is going to make an observation that it was uncomfortable. I watched that interview, Cedric, and you know what's uncomfortable? Your face.
We have a. Well, you don't talk about things we already know. By now you
Because
should
I have
be
to remind you,
desensitized.
because
Wait,
I have to remind you, Cedric,
Well-
that having to do this with you every week is the most uncomfortable thing I've ever have to do all the time.
We were past that. We were trying to find out which party Mark is going to run on.
He should run on, I don't know, it's either, maybe PPA. Yes. You should run with PPA. Gracida, go get him.
But back to the pop, no, back to Napoleon and his so-called party. You're assuming that I was stating that the two shouldn't run together. All I was trying to allude to is that you pre-assume that Napoleon has a party. I'm just saying, these are all things that are up in the air. I still wondering whether Brownbill could actually sign the paper, not that he can't write his name. I mean, convicts, they sign a lot of papers. It's like if you're allowed to state officially as a caretaker.
There's no such thing. Listen,
You know,
I'm not even going to break down the circumstance of how we are, because I did that last week, and clearly you
and it
didn't
still
hear.
didn't make no sense.
What doesn't make sense is speaking to you, Cedric.
Sometimes, because
No,
if you don't
all
make,
of the time.
because you want me to act like people in the pew. You say it, so preacher say it, yeah.
No,
So I just ask for elucidation, a highlight, an explanation, break it down, make it make sense, and then I'm called difficult. Why?
Because you're difficult. You only supporting Minister of VSA because he's legalizing cannabis. We all know this. So why is it that you are going to make some type of situation just to big up the Minister of VSA for legalizing something you want?
I ever asked you permission?
Okay.
I treat weed just like you treat a fig tree in the yard. What legislation you talking about? Tell me what law you got to grow a banana tree in the backyard. Tell me the legislation of having an avocado plant.
Police check his yard.
You sending a mom on my banana plants and my avocado trees. Why though? Why though? Like, I made reference to avocado and banana trees because that's what I'm aware of. All I'm saying that what legislation you're talking about, how much legislation you gonna see grape trees? How do people actually think to legislate nature? I want to make a legislation a hurricane ain't supposed to come in September no more. See the hurricane unless I like really make it make sense for me.
It makes sense because
But I don't know why on this particular issue, all of a sudden, people gotta write proposals for free and come with ideas. We gotta reinvent the wheel. Like,
typical Samaritan person.
I just like
It's
the
like,
minister,
damn if you do and damn
but
if
wait,
you don't.
all the minister got
What would have happened if the minister didn't put out this notice? Wouldn't the first thing people would say is, they already know who they're going to give it to? It's probably going to go to Awati, or it's probably going to go to
Now, Louis frame the
big
conversation.
boys.
Louis,
It's gonna
okay,
probably
I'm
go
glad
to
you're
them
gone there.
others.
Louis, Louis,
It's already set.
Let we go there.
They already know what they're going to do.
Let we go there. Let we go there. The local man gonna give his input for free on how to establish this thing. Boom, bam, bam. They gonna get set up all nice, and then you can come in the newspaper. We got. You either got a distribution license where you got a coffee shop license, and if you got $7,000, you could get a license. So who got a $7,000 to get a license? And then you got 5 or 6 other licenses for legal growers, and who got the investments in the land and the etc. to do it? So developing the policy, you need my input. Or you got people paid to do so. And at the point that you're ready to give up land and allocate licenses, then you talk to those people on the forefront who put the cat before the horse. You say what you want. No, I go keep me talking. Hey. And I say, why try to regulate a self-regulated market? We know how much for 7 grams.
What's the 7 gram?
If it depends,
What's that?
depends on what you're buying, you check.
Oh, okay.
You go from $20 to $100.
Ah, okay, okay.
Depend on the grade and stuff like that. But the market is already self-regulatory. All you gotta do is drop the legislation. It's good. We don't need all the confusion. Why would we go and reinvent the wheel when the market is self-sustainable? Even Chinese sell brown.
Sorry, what? Chinese sell what?
Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
They sell Mr. Brown? What?
Sometimes depends on which Chinese you're going.
Anyway, it's far away from actually getting realized, this legalization of cannabis. So
And
let
in
me,
the meantime, we good.
we good?
Take our thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. You want them send them the price on a $7 grand.
So you understand now why he is the way he is, people. Because he uses too much of that cannabis. All right.
There's such a thing. There's hungry, happy, sleepy.
Yes, okay.
Cat Williams says so. He ain't dead. He's just sleepy. He gonna wake up just now, eat everything in here. What? Too much. He couldn't have too much rum or too much of the math in politics.
Electoral reform is back on the table, and the politicians are working together, the House of Parliament and the Council of Ministers. The ministers started some type of survey to get the input of the community about their take on
The last time
Cannabis.
I mentioned political reform, this man almost fell backwards in the chair. Ah! You really are infected with St. Martin political bug. The hypocrisy to mention it this week as if political reform is on the agenda. Last week, again, with referencing the convict and my position on how is this possible and political reform required, he get highly offended. And now the man sitting down here talking about political reform as if...
You know, Cedric, I continue to tell you that if you're not going to understand politics in St. Martin, then you cannot be a political analyst. Because you and your hocus pocus. And no wonder he's like this, because he's an atheist. So I get it. I get it. You know, and usually, you know, they just talk out of their ass, and that's what they do. That's fine. But Cedric, sometimes it's good for you to reflect. And it's good for you to...
I think you should do some reflection because I seem to be able to snap back to last week pretty quickly. You just be episode to episode. You talking about political reform this week as if fresh on the agenda. Political reform isn't usually thing.
But it is. It was mentioned in the press briefing
But
that
when I
it's...
talk about the convict and we need political reform, you rile up.
Everybody has an opportunity to be part of the parliament system, to be a parliamentarian. This is why we have, that's in our constitution. You cannot discriminate against...
I'm not doing that.
But you're discriminating against convicts. By you mentioning the fact that he's a convicted person all the time does not help the situation.
When you're talking about
you
the
are
Minister of Education,
tarnishing.
when you're talking
you
about
are tarnishing
the Minister,
his image.
when you're talking about the Minister of Education, you don't refer to his past accolades every time. Dr. Anders Rudolph Samuel.
No, I don't. What I say is that he's a good baker.
So I choose to give the man a little bit more respect.
By saying he's a convict?
He didn't earn that right? What?
He's an appeal, Cedric.
Huh?
The jail full. Cedric. The jail full. So we good.
Oh boy.
Ankle bracelet, we good. We all have a right to represent the people.
Until the prosecutor say, hey, ruim de zat, jongen.
No, jail full.
Ruim de zat.
The jail full.
We hebben 2 van die gasten thuis gestuurd. Ruimte zat, kom maar.
No.
Kom maar lekker even zitten. Kom maar even in die hoekje. Ja, even. I'm shot you. Kom maar.
Cedric,
Zo stil goed.
behave.
Genoeg shenanigans. Kom maar. Genoeg met die hoepla. Hier.
All right, Cedric.
Yes.
Any encouraging words for all of the members of Parliament for this parliamentary year?
We have taken note, as I illustrated in my opening, and we will continue to be vigilant because that's the most we can do. In the meantime, I will continue my utmost as to educate Andrew on how things should be done, and hopefully it will trickle down to the rest of those who are in opposition to people who have the understanding that they are allowed to vote their conscience.
I just don't understand why you think this situation is opposing to anything when it's just knowing the reality of the situation. I think if we continue to live in this fairy tale land of integrity and things supposed to be done in a certain way, it's just lying to ourselves. You don't find so, Cedric? Or you just one of those optimist type of people? You just want to be an optimist?
Last week you embraced optimism for a split second.
No,
You
I
let it go again?
No, what I'm saying
You,
is,
you see?
it doesn't matter with Cedric.
How is it possible?
He takes everything and twists it.
How is it possible that your embracement of true optimism and can be so fleeting, Andrew? Andrew, change comes from changing the way you perceive things.
Captain!
The ship is sinking. Then, now you can do two things.
Yeah.
You could throw the life jacket, get out, or you could wait and be like the Titanic.
Or you could just leave the POP in the water. That is it for our show today. Thank you so much for watching Polotricks 2023. It's a good episode. And next to me, we have the one, the only, the POP former driver, and that is Mr. Cedric Ortega, and the cheerleader of the POP, Swaliga K9.
Don't forget, Oranje Boven, PFP, got your back.
What? Wait, what?
Yes.
No, we are not signing off there. Wait, what? You have whose back?
PFP?
Massa?
Huh?
Might as well you go like, hey, Massa? What the hell is that?
Oranje Boven, yo. Altijd.
Sleep boy. Dancing to the tune of the Dutch.
Somebody needed to be the opzichter. Is whip or get whipped? Which one you want me?
Oh my God. Anyway, I think that the thing what they find on the boat, that must be yours. Thank you so much for watching. Until next week, bye-bye. Political trying to call us spade.
Politics in St. Martin getting worse, making life in the country tough. While we think politicians helping us, the majority fooling us. With tinted windows on Audis and Jeeps, them politicians ain't driving nothing cheap. Just look around, read between the lines. Every one of them is a waste of time. The PM highlight her sexual preference, telling everyone she's a lesbian. The country locked down in a disarray. Big birthday party down in Digo Bay. All who attended tested positive. Every one of them end up with COVID. One tried to clear his name in a rush, saying how we catch it down by Lotus. Everyone in shock when they get to see that fashion was part of LGBT. Man, they spoiling the country name. It's time we start call a spade a spade. Let them invite in their blasted shame. It's time we start call a spade a spade. What you say? are too bad. Good God. Nice so. Tilande, Tilande. Rolando featured video was no shock when he started to mash Grisha up. They who recruit him to the up party when he jumped from the USB. They make him leader, saying how he bright. He shining in the sky like a satellite. He had to resign at Parliament chair when Theo decide he don't want him there. With more deception, they appoint Grisha as Parliament chair and a new leader. Orlando punishment will go to Parliament. Sit and hush your mouth, don't make no comment. After all the videos by the nightclub, they realize he's an embarrassment. Grisha say he insulted all women when he make the comment, woman again. On that comment, I will say teach you, cause when he say you're dumb, he only meant you. They running the country on top Facebook. It's time we start call a spade a spade. Everybody got in their own crook. It's time we start call a spade a spade. What you say? Too bad. Good gosh. Guys, so yeah. What is happening in the government? Do not blame it all on Holland. 10 years now we have we own parliament. Can't produce one legislation. But since let's comment on social media, parliament meeting like children hour. It got one in there who leading the pack. Got the people thinking he got their back with a head and no neck on top his body. The little dummy think he's smarter than we. Making comment to get attention in parliament about prostitution. Always playing cute and got a story. The latest one he had is Toon Factory. Because his party ain't give him his way, he decided to break away from the NA. It's long time Sylvia shoulda kick him out and take a Toon and bust up him up. These are the type of the country like. It's time we start call a spade a spade. What happened in the dark now coming to light.
It's time we start call a spade a spade.
What you say? Too bad. Good gosh. Where are you? Where are you? They damage the image of this country with political mockery. Some of them who run in a ministry, you could see that they're not ready. Finance minister living on Twitter. His only progress is social media. He going on Facebook morning, noon and night to greet millionaires and count up his life. To serve the country, still fighting with it. He hit the civil servant in their pocket. Salveria herself ain't doing much better. She's a delinquent prime minister. And the next one sitting by justice. She got the police force on top she case. The prime minister changing of the laws. When she went land, he showing who is boss. With his shut open, big gold chain blinging. I am convinced Duran is a pimp. All of them just breaking the law. It's time we start call a spade a spade. And every project got their blasted claws.
It's time we start call a spade a spade.
What you say?
Too bad. Good gosh.
I ain't done.
Guys, so
I ain't done. Say lyrics, make the lyrics. June.